This video is sponsored by MCR Pure Cotton Club.
To all the 75 lakh social media subscribers for Behind Woods, enjoy and I hope you get more subscribers, and if you like it, share it and subscribe more.
Hi.
ஹாய் வணக்கம். தமிழில் உங்களுக்கு முதல் படம் பேட்டை, முதல் படமே ரஜினி சார் கூட. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் கூட ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் எப்படி இருந்தது, அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கள்.
Yeah, it was my first time working in a Tamil film and with Rajinikanth sir, and it was absolutely incredible. The gentleman is all he is made out to be. I have never been so comfortable working with such a superstar and so fast. He makes you feel really comfortable. He makes you feel like you're a technician and you know your job, which is really respectful. And he actually goes out of his way to ensure that everything is okay. Even if he's uncomfortable with something, he'll come and tell you, Niharika, I'm not comfortable with this. I can't handle this. So it's a really nice atmosphere to work in, and I really appreciated being in that space with him.
சமீபத்தில் ரிலீஸ் ஆன பேட்டை படத்தோட போஸ்டரில் வந்து ரெண்டு பேருமே ரொம்ப அழகாக இருந்தாங்க. எஸ்பெஷலி அவங்களோட காஸ்டியூம்ஸ். சிம்ரன் அவங்களோட எல்லோ டாப் வந்து ரொம்ப ஃபேமஸாக பேசப்பட்டுச்சு. ஸோ அது எந்த இடத்துல அது வருது? ஒரு ரொமான்டிக் சாங்காக டிசைன் பண்ண காஸ்டியூமா, இல்லை வேறு ஏதாவது ஒரு லவ் சீக்வன்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி வருதா?
There is a slight Western influence when I work on a film, so that I think I do colors very well. So I put together colors very well. So the color combinations that they've got for the two of them worked really well. So when you look at the poster, that yellow stands out so much, which is why you like it. But if you look at the entire poster, the color combinations that even Karthik Subbaraj has put into that thing was beautifully done. And I think that's what makes it stand out, and that's what makes them attractive enough.
ரஜினி சாரோட காஸ்டியூம்ஸ் எல்லாம் டிசைன் பண்ணும்போது அவர் சைடுல இருந்து ஏதாவது இன்புட்ஸ் வந்ததா?
It was really exciting because when you go and sit with him and you talk to him, he allows you to do what you have to do. So your first thing is always he'll allow you to do. Like if you look at the first poster, there's a certain way I've tied his scarf. Now that's really comfortable for a poster, but if he's doing it on his regular thing and he's doing action and stuff, that might not be comfortable enough for him to work with. So then we change it around and stuff. And like I said, it's just so encouraging. You're sitting through an action sequence, and there was one outfit I had made which had changed the back slightly. It was asymmetrical, and he hadn't noticed that before till he saw his first shot. He goes behind the camera and he checks the shot, and then he gets so excited and looks at me and says, "Superb, I didn't notice that," And again, that gives you the encouragement to keep going and being like, "Oh my God, I can do it, I can keep going." And so yeah, there's always a dialogue with him, which is nice.
சூப்பர் ஸ்டாரோட ரெண்டு கெட்டப்புமே பேட்டையில் நல்லா இருக்கு. அதில் எந்த கேரக்டருக்கு வந்து நீங்கள் காஸ்டியூம் டிசைன் பண்ணுறது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக இருந்ததுன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
I don't think it was difficult. I think it's just like I said, it's understanding the character and putting it into perspective. And then once you know that, I had to study the South Indian culture and Tamil to figure out the correct veshti and the correct this thing. All those things I didn't know. So it was a huge learning for me, which was really interesting. So yeah, it's always learning, and whenever you're doing any film, if you can actually learn something from it, then you've grown as a person, you've grown as a designer, you've grown as a technician. And I think those are important things to further your career. And I think that's what it was. And and he's so helpful, and he comes and tells you, and I think the one thing I did learn that his favorite color is white. He loves white. So that is really interesting and to see, and neutral colors. So so our color palette that we had set up for him was really nice, and and like I said, he's so encouraging. His team is so encouraging. Bhanu ma'am helps you with it. Everyone comes and helps you with trying to put it together to make sure that your work is better.
ரஜினி சார் கூட பேட்ட செட்ஸ்ல நடந்த ஒரு ஃபன்னியான மொமெண்ட்.
I have many funny moments. I have many funny moments because I think Rajini sir didn't account for me being on set. I think I'm very different to what he's dealt with. He's very different to what I've dealt with. I have many stories about him. They just I exercise every evening, and one day I was exercising in the gym. It's a small gym in Darjeeling, and then the second day I went and the gym was closed. So I said, why is it closed? And they were like, Rajini sir is staying in the room close by, so you're not allowed to use it, it'll disturb him. So I was like, okay. So I was turning around and Subaya sir, who manages him, walked past, and I said, Subaya sir, can I work out? Would it disturb Rajini sir? So he said, no, not at all, you can work out. I said, I did it yesterday also. He said, no, it won't disturb him. So I was like, okay. Now when you say that a room is next to the gym, you assume that, maybe the equipment. I'm running, I'm listening to my music, and all of a sudden I hear somebody calling my name. So I'm looking out, I'm like, who's calling my name? There's a room that's above the gym, right there. And Rajini sir standing in his veshti and in his thing, getting ready to go for bed, and he's like, Niharika, go for it, superb, go for it. I was like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed. But we've had lots of those moments where he just comes out of somewhere, and every person on the set, I have to say, wait for that one Rajini sir's moment where he comes up to you and talks to you and he tells you about, and all of you exchanging stories. So I had lots of, he'd come and say, oh my God, your energy is amazing, how do you work like that? He'd see me running around and he'd come and he'd be like, I had fallen one day in a gutter and I changed into a lungi because that was the only thing that was there. My pants got wet and dirty, and he looks at me and he says, Niharika, I'll give you my veshti. So I didn't even understand what that meant. I was like, sir, I don't understand. So he's like, why have you done costume change? So I said, no sir, I fell and my clothes are wet. He's like, I'll give you my veshti. Like, why are you taking out something from the peti? I'll give you mine. He's just so loving, and it's so lovely to have him on the set where he comes up and says stuff to you that it makes you keep wanting to go through. So lots of funny moments, lots of really fun moments. I wouldn't say funny as much as fun moments with him.
பேட்ட படத்துல நவாசுதீன் சித்திக்கியும் நடிக்கிறாரு. அவர் கூட நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி லஞ்ச் பாக்ஸ் படத்துல வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. ஏற்கனவே ஒர்க் பண்ண ஒரு ஆக்டர் அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்போது உங்க மைண்ட்ல என்ன ஓடும், அவருக்கு ஏதாவது வித்தியாசமா பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் இருக்குமா?
See, the actor I've already worked with, like I said, it doesn't matter because you're working on a character, and unless the actor is playing the same character over and over. Nawaz sir had played completely a different character in Lunchbox. We just finished another film with him again with Ritesh Batra called Photograph, which we had just finished earlier. Again, it's a completely different character. So when you go there, the great thing about working with someone before is your comfort level goes up a little more and a little more if you worked with them. So you can have those discussions saying, oh, can I do this? Can I do this a little more? Can I be a little, adventurous here? Can I do this here? So I think those are the things, the comfort levels when you've worked with someone before that happens. If you work with someone new, then it takes that warm up time to get there, to be like, oh, okay, does he know my work? Do they know what I do? Will they be okay if I suggest something? Will it be, so it's all those things. And with Nawaz, I don't have that because I really enjoy working with Nawaz, and he's been one of those people who through the years has been really fun to work with. And he's not demanding, he's not a character, so I can be like, okay, he trusts me, he trusts my team. So it's a really good relationship that I have working with him.
ரஜினி சார் கூட ஒரு மெமரபிளான எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், மறக்க முடியாத எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஏதாவது இருக்கா?
We had messed up on measurements. Either that or so had put on some weight. Now I'm not going to tell an actor either way. Whichever way it is, it's my fault. I have to take the onus on, it's my responsibility to work. And he had gone on and on about, what is this, my clothes are not fitting, and everyone was there. And he realized that I think I was getting really like upset about it. And I said, no sir, don't worry about it, I'll fix it, I'll make sure it's happening, I'll make sure. And all of a sudden he came out and he said, you know, my costumes are very good. And I looked at him and I said, yeah sir, even though, you know, we messed up. And he grabbed me and he just gave me the biggest hug saying thank you. And for me, that was, it doesn't matter what happens, if you have that kind of support and that kind of love for the work you do, there's nothing more memorable than that. And for me, this will be the ultimate memory working with him. And hopefully I'll get to do it again, but if not, it's been the most memorable for me overall. I have so many stories, I have so many things that make me smile, you know, and those are things that are important to me. And just having worked with him has been amazing. I'm trying to get Karthik Subbaraj to give me that photograph. He took a photograph of Rajini sir totally grabbing me and hugging me. But I guess we'll wait for it till the film is out. But yeah, it was one of the most memorable events.
உங்களோட நேரத்தை ஒதுக்கி எங்களுக்காக பேசினது ரொம்ப நன்றி.
Thank you so much for coming and interviewing me.
This video is sponsored by MCR Pure Cotton Club.